Welcome back to Henry's Garage. In this exciting episode we try to fix the errors I made in the last exciting episode. So we're calling this Engine Part 2, Fixing My Mistakes. I think in this episode we're going to move on with the timing and things like that. But if you watched the last episode recently, you will have noticed me doing a couple of really dumb things. So first of all, I put assembly lube on my bearings, which shouldn't do because we don't actually want those to move. So I'm going to have to take this apart and redo that and clean the fluid off and clip them in and stuff like that. I don't particularly want to take the pistons out, so I'm going to try to do it just taking the caps off, taking the crankshaft out, cleaning it up and doing it that way. And in order to do that, what I'm actually going to do is, the first thing I'm going to do is just build something to go over the top here, to which I can then bolt in to protect it. And then I'll flip it over. So I'll put a couple of the bolts in. I can then flip it over and hopefully work from the other side. And so today the aim is just to take the bearings off, clean them up, put them back on and torque everything down. Right, I've got a metal cover on here now just to make sure the pistons don't come out. So we'll start with the pistons and we'll go into a time lapse. we are now, I hope, back to where I thought I was at the end of the last episode. So I cleaned everything off with brake fluid. So I then put the bearing surfaces back together. So the lesson I've learnt is that where the parts aren't meant to move, don't lube them, which is pretty obvious really. But why I didn't think about it, I don't know. So I did put lube, say, between the crank and the bearing, but not between the bearing and the cap. Alright, so hopefully I've got that right this time. So these are all torqued up. The crankshaft head bolts are, but these aren't torqued, and I believe these go to 61. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that now if I can find where I put down the wrench. And I think I'm going to do the same thing as before, in that I'll start at, say, 40 and then take it up to 61. So that's actually 50. Okay, so we're going to start it at 50. Hopefully I've managed to get that right now, so I'm sure you'll tell me if I've got something wrong there. Before I go on, I'll just look for confirmation that I have got it right. I want to move on to the timing chain, and I've been doing some clean-up work on these items here. But I need to be able to get the oil seals out of both of them. I don't have a press. I have called up a local garage and a local guy who actually, a bit like me, does stuff at home. He has an MGA. But the garages have been of no help whatsoever. Or you better find someone else. We don't really do that because they just change parts. And he doesn't have one. So I don't have anything of this kind of size. So let's do this one at a time. So with this one, I have a bolt that I could put, not a bolt, a socket, that I could put at the back. But I don't have anything big enough for the front, and this is uneven, to then push it out. And I'd have to use my probably workbench as the vise to do it. So I'm not really comfortable about that. I'm just wondering if there's a better way. And then with this one, I absolutely don't have anything that's this kind of size. So if anyone's got a trick about how to do it at home, please let me know. And if it's just, no, you're going to have to go find a garage or get yourself a press, then let me know that as well. Okay? I should have looked at the camera for a little bit of that, but anyway. So hopefully I've got this now right. I've talked it up this time, so we should be good. And if I haven't got it right, please let me know. But we'll pull that away again, and we'll carry on from there.